So the Walking Dead Dead City trailer came out today, and I loved it. I genuinely could not be more excited. I bet due to the thumbnail and the title, you thought I was gonna hate on it. Well, that was on purpose. Get clickbaited, bozo. Is this thing on? So here's some background for my takes on The Walking Dead. It is my absolute favorite show. I grew up with it back, I think I started watching it back in first grade. So whenever 2010 was, I don't know how old I was. So when I say I started watching it, it was actually my mom that was a huge fan of the show at the time. And I wasn't really allowed to watch it until I got to like third grade, which is when also around the time when I remember my dad and that side of the family watched The Walking Dead. So then I had two parts of my families, because if you don't know, my parents are divorced. Both sides of my families watched The Walking Dead. And it just kind of became like parent to me in a weird way. Oh God, that's a really weird claim. But it was a way for me to connect with both sides of my family without there being like any repercussions, you know what I mean? And so it was very special to me. Along with the Telltale Games, which, you know, was really blowing up on YouTube, I watched so many YouTubers play those games. I watched people react to the show. I was able to watch the show with either family. The show was just so important to me, and it raised me. It really, really did. When I was struggling, when I needed a distraction, when I just wanted to be happy, I would watch the show, I would watch the game, I'd read the comics. Whenever I needed help, The Walking Dead was there. At times when there was no one else. Not to anybody else's fault, but just due to circumstances or me not being able to speak up for myself. You know, me not knowing how to reach out, me not knowing how to ask for help. The Walking Dead was there. The Walking Dead was a comfort. The Walking Dead was a safe place. That got so serious for no reason. So basically what I'm trying to say is The Walking Dead is really important to me, and I know it has flaws, but it's a really good show and you cannot change my mind. And so when The Walking Dead was announced to end or be canceled, you know, it broke my heart. There were a lot of missteps throughout the show. You know, Rick, the lead of the show, leaving, partly being pushed over the edge because the person who's supposed to take over the torch, who in the comics, Carl, right? If you don't know what I'm referencing, Carl. Okay, hold on. Spoiler alert. In the comics ending, it's revealed that Comic is reading the story of The Walking Dead to his daughter, I believe. It's been a while since I've read it, but he's reading the story to his daughter, and he is not necessarily the last man standing, but he is the person the torch was passed on to. Not even like leadership wise, because in the future Maggie's the president and such, but he has a good life. You know what I mean? Like, he has a family. I'm pretty sure he has a farm as well. He has a daughter, obviously. Like, it's a good ending for him. But in the comics, Chandler Riggs, the actor who played Carl, was told that he was gonna be there for a while, so he based his life plans around it. He got a house close to where they film. I think he was planning, like, I don't know too much about his situation, like college wise or anything. I think he was studying close to there, I don't know, or he was planning on studying. Basically, he revolved his life around The Walking Dead, and then they killed him off for shock factor not even too long after saying that they were gonna keep him around, which is quite a dirtbag move. You know, I think Carl's death was really one of the driving forces for Andrew Lincoln leaving. But then I got excited because I thought we were getting a movie trilogy for Rick Grimes, and then there was no news for years. I was so scared. But, you know, I'm gonna be honest, I am okay with a new direction of a show, because instead of 3 movies equaling to at most like 9 hours, I've heard rumors that the show is gonna be at least 2-3 seasons long, but I've also seen reports that the show's only gonna be 1 season long. So I guess depending on how long it is debating on how well I think the show will turn out, because there's only like supposed to be 6 episodes in the first season for like all the Walking Dead spinoffs, and if it's only 6 episodes and we just got cheated out of that, it just kind of sucks. But if we get like at least say we only get 2 seasons, that is at the very least around 12 hours of like just story. I am okay with that. And when it comes to the rest of the spinoffs, I'm still super excited. I am just so glad the world, the universe isn't ending. However, I'm also scared, but the best part is this Rick and Michonne spinoff isn't the only spinoff. There's more, and I am so equally excited and terrified, because let's be honest, AMC and the team behind The Walking Dead has just not handled the spinoffs correctly. Fear the Walking Dead was decent. Well, okay, I don't know. Fear the Walking Dead was pretty good, season 1 and 2. Season 3, that was really good. I think if I'm remembering the seasons correctly. And then once Morgan got introduced and it became Morgan and Friends, it just started going downhill. And now it's just all I hear are bad reviews, and it sucks, man. A World Beyond, that was terrible from the jump. Never even watched an episode, just heard about it, and I watched the trailer and I knew I just needed to watch some breakdowns of the seasons and know what was important and what was not. And it turns out most of it wasn't important. Tales of the Walking Dead was one of the biggest letdowns I've ever had. It has so much potential, and I think it can still come back in season 2. But I think bringing it back for season 2 and adjusting your storytelling directions could bring back the show and just be like, say in the long run, it's like, oh yeah, that first show was kind of weird, but they were figuring it out, and after that it was gold, right? I should make a pitch video for that show. Maybe I do like 6 small pitches for like a whole season of Tales of the Walking Dead. That's a good idea. Anyways, it's just it does not do well with spin-offs. However, I am confident with these new ones connected to the main show. Yeah, the other shows are connected, but like very loosely. So now that I've rambled for a bit, what do I think of the Walking Dead Dead City trailer and the future of the Walking Dead universe? Specifically the spin-offs connected to like all the main characters. Walking Dead Dead City, God, that title sucks. It looks like a big story and a self-contained story at the same time, which I am thrilled about. And it looks different than the show, which is one of the main things the showrunners and stuff has said about the different shows, is that they will not necessarily resemble the main Walking Dead show. Because if I remember correctly, The Walking Dead was actually canceled for season 11, right? So maybe things would have turned out differently if it wasn't, like it would have continued on with these different stories. But now that they're not, they don't have a certain like aesthetic they have to follow. The Walking Dead Dead City is colorful. It takes place in New York City and it looks cinematic, which sure, The Walking Dead ain't like just a joke. It ain't just like beginner cinematographers, which if you wanted some, hire me. Like I know I'm trying to be a director writer, but like I'll be a cinematographer for The Walking Dead. It's like, love this universe. AethanOneIsaacOfficial@gmail.com. Reach out. But it just looks completely different. It looks new. It looks refreshing. It shows the variant zombies. At least one of them, right? It looks new. It looks exciting. With The Walking Dead, after going on for so long, it just can't compete with those of like The Last of Us. It just can't compete with the newer shows with bigger budgets. So it has to find ways around it, right? Which you could argue good storytelling, which I would agree. But The Walking Dead kind of chose to ignore that. But I don't know, man. I'm so excited for this show, and it makes me excited for the care that's going into these shows, because it's not just one team on all these different characters. It's different people working on different shows that they actually care about. It's their priorities, right? They're not having to stretch themselves over like 20 main characters like in the main show. They have 2 in Walking Dead Dead City. Then they're gonna have Daryl in whatever Daryl's show is called, because I kind of forgot. And then the Rick and Michonne show, which I also forgot the title if it was mentioned. But I don't know. I'm just excited for, honestly, less cast, because I have grown to love many of the cast members and characters of The Walking Dead, but there was just too many. And in the last season, there was a lot of characters, but none we really cared about like that. You know, like, okay, hold on, pause. Daryl, Carol were in the show. Michonne was not in the show. Maggie was in the show, but she's basically a different character at this point. But we don't have Rick. We don't have Carl. We don't have the leading man, because as much as Daryl did great holding his own, he's just not a leading man character, you know what I mean? But to end the video off, I just want to talk about my number one problem with these spin-offs, which is the time jumps. Okay, so throughout the entire comic book run of The Walking Dead, there were only 3 time jumps. Hold on, let me search it up. How many time jumps? It is only 2 years. The time jump is just over a month. Then after Rick is gone, a 6. My light died. I charged you. Do you guys like my outfit? I have like my school clothes on top and then shorts on the bottom. This is not good. All right, let's see if it'll work while plugged in. I know it's not the same, but we got to work with what we got. So there's only like 2 in the comics? Did another light die? I feel like it died. I think it just got darker. This sucks. Hold on, let me check another light. Come on, bro. No. Please. Does that work? No. This is the best I can do. I am so sorry. This, if you couldn't tell, this recording was just on a whim because the trailer like dropped today. All right, so it looks like there's only like 2 time jumps in the comics, I think. One after the Negan story, and the second one at the end of the comic book run. Well, in the show, there's like 5 or something. There's a lot. There's a lot of time jumps where they kind of like ruin their specialty. You know, they kind of ruin the whole purpose of showing a changed world when they just happen so often. Especially in like season 9, when season 9 opens with the time jump, and then after Rick's exit in episode 5, there's another one, and so it's just kind of, it's just a lot. It's just a lot. But that's not my main issue. My main, please, bro, get the corner. Thank you. But that's not my main issue with the time jumps. My actual problem lies with, why is there a time jump included in this Walking Dead Dead City show? If you include that time jump, Rick has now been gone from the group longer than he was with them. And I think we were already like teetering on that line in the actual main show after all the time jumps. So it's like Rick has been gone for so long, and it's like, why? And I know this is gonna sound weird with how much like family is included within The Walking Dead, but are they gonna care that Rick is gone when so much of the cast kind of hasn't met him? I mean, there's Connie, there's Yumiko, there's Magna, Connie's sister, which I don't remember her name. Look, as much of a diehard fan as I was, as much as I loved in the last season, there's definitely some forgettable parts. There's more. Point is, a lot of characters don't even know Rick, who Rick is. So you're gonna bring Rick back to a community that, yeah, the foundations are by him, but the majority isn't him, and you expect those characters to care? Like, what are you expecting that reunion scene to look like, or that meeting scene? They're just gonna be like, are they gonna be crying like, oh, I missed you, you haven't met him? Or are they gonna be like, wow, you're a hero? They don't know. Like, it's just a weird dynamic, and I hate it. Alright, so there's The Walking Dead City, that time frame. Then I don't know where is the Daryl show gonna be in the timeline, and then the Rick and Michonne show, I know is probably gonna a lot be in the past, because they have to show him breaking out and him and Michonne meeting up, and they have to show him getting back. So then there's a whole bunch of like just time elements you have to play there. It's just overcomplicated for no reason, and it just kind of raises more questions than gives answers. So there's my main problem. But overall, I'm super excited, and I cannot wait for this show. I believe it comes out on June 1st, which is soon. Oh my god, I'm graduating that day. Wait, no, I graduate on a Thursday. The AMC premieres on Sundays. Walking Dead City date. I think I'm thinking of Spider-Verse. That comes out on June 1st, I believe. Fun fact, this whole time I've had my friend stream on in the background. If you don't know The Desk, go subscribe, man. He makes some really good gaming videos, and he streams Tuesdays and Thursdays of every week. And he's a really good streamer, man. Help him grow. He has more subscribers than me. He streams, so he has more fans there. But even though he's bigger than me, I want to support my friends in any way I can. So again, go subscribe to him. I'll put his link in my channel. I'll put his link in my description. And should I call him? I know he's streaming, but should I call him? Wait, hold on. Let me type in his chat. Okay, he said he's down. Okay, I'm gonna call him.
Landon's here.
I'm so scared. I'm like trying to balance the audio. He's playing a horror game. It's just What's up? I'm recording right now. Do you wanna shout out your channel and Twitch and Discord? I guess I'm gonna link them all in the description.
Alright, guys. What's up, guys? It's your boy The Desk on YouTube. The and Desk, but there's no. I'm in space. The space desk. And then Twitch. It's the Desk. The one like is NEWTHE_DESK. That's that one. And then, shoot, my Discord and all that stuff is in my about page. There you go. I hope that was good. Was that good?
That was great.
Keep all that in, so.
I'm keeping all that in. Some of it cut out, but I'm just gonna put it on the screen anyways. So.
All right. Good.
Yeah.
Good. All right, I love you, Isaac.
I love you too.
I'm gonna try to beat this one lady off until she gets. Until I hate her.
Okay. I love you. Bye bye.
All right. Bye. Isaac. Love you.
Bro, okay, first of all, that cut out. Hold on. I just found out my light is magnetic. Ain't that crazy?
Premiere Pro is being a pain in my...
I just found out my light is magnetic. I couldn't... That would have saved me so much more time. Alright, that's the end of the video. Have a good night.
Subscribe to Grand Average Film.
Thank you guys so much.